We're about to take a 5,000 meters final for men. At 7:15, it will be the final of 5,000 meters for women. At 8:10, decathlon for 100 meters men. At 9 o'clock, it will be long jump for men decathlon. And that happens to be the start of the final of 5,000 meters for men competitors. We have 9 competitors now, and that is Amit Jangir with bib number 489 representing Rajasthan. 531 Karthik Kumar of Services, 458 Narendra Pratap Singh of Railways, 651 Rakesh Mandal of Uttarakhand, 502 Dharmender of Services, Abhishek Pal Abhishek with 457 representing Railways, 528 Ajay Kumar of Services, 447 Arun Kumar of Railways, 587 M. Satish Kumar of Tamil Nadu. As far as the 5,000 meters in the men's section, the national record stands in the name of Bahadur Prasad with 13 minutes 29.70 seconds, created in June 1992, while the meet record stands in the name of Bahadur Prasad, created in 1994 with a timing of 13 minutes 54.72 seconds. And as we look into the last National Open Athletics Championship, it was G. Lakshmanan who secured the first place, while Bugatu Srinu of Services with the second place and Man Singh of Services in the third place. And at present, it is 531 being followed by 587. That is Kartik Kumar of Services is leading the bunch, being followed by M. Satish Kumar of Tamil Nadu. And at the third place, at present, we have Ajay Kumar of Services. And in the last interstate, which had been held at Patiala in June 2021, it was Kartik Kumar of Uttar Pradesh who clocked 14 minutes 42.76 seconds. And now he is in the third position as far as the present time is concerned. As we move on, now it is 502 who is taking over the lead. Dharmender of Services is moving in the front, being followed by 531 Kartik Kumar in the second spot. Ten more laps, and now they are evenly placed in between. They are moving in the same pace. Almost all the 9 athletes are moving together. 8 athletes are moving together. And in the last Federation Cup, which had been held at Patiala by March this year, Ajay Kumar Saroj, that is Amit Jangir of Rajasthan, placed first. Abhishek Pal of Uttar Pradesh got the second position. And now that is 502 being followed by 531 and 587. That is Dharmender of Services leading the pack, being followed by Kartik Kumar of Services and Satish Kumar of Tamil Nadu. As they will have to go for 9 more laps, still they maintain the lead in between, evenly placed. There is no much of lead for anyone. All are equally having the lead. And that happens to be the first race on the newly laid synthetic track at Warangal. And that is Dharmender of Services leading the pack, being followed by Kartik Kumar of Services, Satish Kumar of Tamil Nadu, and Abhishek Pal of Railways in the fourth position at present. They will have to move for 8 more laps for the completion of 5,000 meters in the men's section, which happens to be the first event of the 60th National Open Athletic Championship 2021. Even though some of the athletes are moving with even spacing between them, one is left just behind, and now the leader got changed. It is 5 to 8. Ajay Kumar of Services leading the pack, pushing Dharmender of Services to the second spot, and Kartik Kumar of Services in the third spot. At present, Abhishek Pal of Railways in the fourth spot. They'll have to move for 7 more laps. And as far as this morning weather is concerned, it is neither hot nor cold. It is very moderate, very ideal for the runners to take up the long distance. Seven of the athletes are moving closely, 5 to 8. Ajay Kumar of Services being the leader. We have 502. Dharmender of Services at the second spot. Kartik Kumar of Services in the third spot. And the 457 Abhishek Paul of Railways in the fourth spot. And as far as the last National Open Athletics Championship is concerned, G. Lakshmanan of Services had clocked 14 minutes 24.85 seconds to bag the gold, and in the last interstate held at Patiala, it was Kartik Kumar of Uttar Pradesh secured the first place with 14 minutes 42.76 seconds, and in the last Federation Cup it was Amit Jahangir of Rajasthan with 14 minutes 05.30 seconds. And there happens to be a change in the leader. It is Kartik Kumar of Services leading again, being followed by 502 Dharmender of Services, and at the third spot we have Ajay Kumar of Services. In the fourth one, 457 Abhishek Pal of Railways, and in the fifth place at present it is 458 Narendra Pratap Singh of Railways. And now the athletes are getting little scattered. Top two is moving together, and third is trying to catch up, and the fourth is also catching up. And in the others than the home stretch, four of the athletes are moving with evenly spaced between them, and three remains a little back, that is 5 to 7 meters back behind them. And that is Dharmender of Services leading the pack, being followed by 531 Kartik Kumar of Services. At the third spot, it is 457 Abhishek Pal of Railways. And in the fifth spot, it is 528 Ajay Kumar of Services. In the fifth place, it is 651. That is Rakesh Mandal of Uttarakhand. They will have to move for 4 more laps. Abhishek Paul of Uttar Pradesh had secured a silver medal in the last Federation Cup held at Patiala in March 2021. And another competitor, Kartik Kumar, had secured first place in the interstate competition. And as they move on, the athletes will have to go for 3 more laps. And it is 531 being followed by, that is 531. Kartik Kumar of Services is now taking the lead. We have Ajay Kumar of Services in the second spot, and now that is getting changed. Four of the athletes moving together. Leaving one behind, almost 30 meters behind, and behind that we have 2 more athletes. As they execute the curve, it is Ajay Kumar of Services taking the lead, moving on to the front. 502 is trying to catch him up. Dharmender of Services. Dharmender of Services moves on top. Abhishek Paul of Railways is in the third spot, having Kartik Kumar of Services in the fourth spot at present. This lead bunch will have to move for 2 more laps in the 5,000 meters for men. Excepting two, many of the athletes, those have won medals in the last season, are not in the competition now, and that is 502 leading the bunch, Dharmender of Services. 528 at the second spot, that is Ajay Kumar of Services. 457 at the third spot, Abhishek Paul of Railways. 531, Kartik Kumar of Services in the last. And that is the bell ringing, indicating the athletes to go for the last lap for the completion of 5,000 meters in the men's section. 502, Dharmender Paul of Services is very confidently moving forward. And it may be anybody's race as there is, and that is the time now. Two of the athletes are trying to catch up the top position. Yes, there is a change in leadership as they execute the final curve. We could see 457. Abhishek Paul of Railways moving in front, leaving Dharmender of Services to the second spot, and that was Abhishek Paul brilliantly moving ahead. And there is no threat from Dharmender Paul of Services. That is Abhishek Paul finishing 502, finishing second, and 528. Ajay Kumar of Services finished third, leaving 531. Kartik Kumar of Services for the fourth spot. All the four athletes were moving together, and in the